Guys, deluded Guna, Arsenal won, West Ham nil. We advanced to the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. So yeah, man, let's get into it. Going into it, we know this is a pivotal week in our run into the end of the 2017, whatever's left of it. We've got Liverpool this week on Friday. We've got a cup competition. I mean, yes, the Carling Cup's not important. I'd love it for the young players to go to the semi-finals and ultimately the final. But in the grand scheme of things, bar that, it's nothing important. So you're thinking that you're going into this game thinking, alright, cool, please can we just try and do a professional job? Of course we don't want to lose, so win it, try and win it convincingly, let the youngsters have fun if we can do that, roll off these sort of players like Giroud and stuff, whether he's starting or being on the bench. We got to think of Friday and Welbs as well, take them off and whatever, man. So yeah, Kohler started. Now, whether he's out of form, whether Wenger wants to see something else, whether he just prefers Maitland-Niles, whether it's a lack of fitness, which I can't think of it because he played the whole 90. Whatever it is, either way, he started a bit bewildering, but he started. It was two at the back. Holding and Chambers started together. Debussy at right back. There weren't that many other changes. It was a strong front three, to be honest with you. Wells, Giroud, Theo all started. Always trying to stake a claim to start on Friday. What slim hope they have based on Wenger's probably decided this side. I like that West Ham started with two youngsters, former Chelsea boys in Quino, I believe that's how you say his name, and Rice. Obviously, oh yeah, Willock started. He got a chance, another chance. Difficult midfield to break into. Well, not on ability, on the fact that there's so many bodies. Chance to stake his claim. So yeah, man. Going into the game, first 10 minutes I wasn't impressed, man. It's a weird game because I don't feel neither side necessarily played well. We didn't really have chances. But if I was a West Ham fan, definitely until the 42nd minute, which we're going to get to later, I'd be happy. I'd have been happy, man. Especially the first 10 minutes. I don't feel we dominated possession per se. I felt all the play was in our box. We didn't really do it. We didn't really do anything. It took us 10 minutes to actually put a phase of passes together. It just looked the whole game was stale, really, and it was probably the most boring Arsenal match I've watched this year, man. I was falling asleep, and I say that lightly, man. Theo Walcott, what's up with his crossing? The 20th minute, and more specifically in regards to the reference I'm at this game in doing this review at the moment, the 4th minute, horrendous crossing. What's going on? You're trying to stake a claim to start on Friday or be back in the first team. You haven't started a Premier League game this season. What nonsense are you coming with? 8th minute, Chambers had a good game, but 8th minute, he won the ball back, then he carried it out the back, from the back, and he hit one crossfield pass to he was in the left wing position. I think Welbs, it went to Welbs. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it was lovely. Holding was doing them things all game as well. So yeah, man. Yeah, really and truly, it took us 20 minutes to really, for my personal opinion, to grow into the game. West Ham weren't really that threatening, but if I was them, I would have had definitely I've enjoyed the first 20 minutes better. They were getting in threatening positions. They were, considering the context of the game, you would have thought they would have not got rolled over, but because of their importance is the league and they're playing on Saturday and it was a strong side, you would have thought they would have lost it, but you would have been happy. They were committed. Like I said, all the play was definitely in our half the first 20 minutes. It's like, does Elneny get docked wages if he passes the ball forward? It's like there was no one trying to play the ball forward really in the first half. Yeah, like I said, bar the odd little stages and going into the game was just nothing. There was just no real creativity in the midfield. And again, at 18th minute, lovely ball over from Chambers for Giroud. But again, not really any creativity. I wasn't impressed with the front three throughout the whole game, but especially the first half in Giroud, Wells and Theo. There weren't really nothing going on. The ball wasn't sticking with Theo. He didn't really have a good understanding with Debussy. He was making Debussy's life harder working down that side. Giroud the ball weren't sticking. Wells, he was getting it. He was doing his thing, but it just, no one's there. It just ain't happening. It's just not happening. It's just looking stale. There's a lack of creativity from the midfield to the front three. It's just not happening, man. It's just not happening. Like, considering that Joe Hart is trying to win his shirt back, we should be putting the pressure on him. So far, so good in the first half. He looks like to be staking a good claim because he ain't been threatened like that. But that being said, our halftime team talk definitely changed because 41st minute, 42nd minute, Welbs scored. Lovely bit of play from Coquelin. I don't know where he gets these passes every so often, but lovely cross ball. Debussy did very well to keep it alive with the header. Giroud and Welbs following in, doing very well to disrupt things, and it's very much a Welbeck finish. It's a scrappy finish, but a goal's a goal, and considering the game that we've been playing with the many changes, there's not really fluidity or creativity there. We're definitely going to take it. We're definitely going to take this because prior to that, you're thinking, all right, cool. We need to remember there's extra time after this. We don't need to draw ourselves out and go past the mark. Some of you, while you need games, because you haven't played so long, your hammies are going to go. So 60th minute, we kind of need to see some subs in that regard. Like I said, it was good to finally score because moments before that, Kohler did one driving run and he was unlucky with his right foot. It was sailing wide, but yeah, it was good. And Theo Walcott, no awareness. Kohler put in one lovely cross, no awareness. He tries to do a diving header or a low header. Like, you got time, better players. Alexis there, Lacazette, even Lukaku. Someone is trying to bring that down or hit that convincingly with their feet. I mean, Theo, you've always tried to hit that with your feet. Why are you now trying to header? Take off number 14, man. But yeah, like, there's not much we could do at this point. Like, going into the half time, you're thinking, all right, cool, we'll take 1-0, because really and truly, to a degree, we don't deserve it. Neither do West Ham. Neither side deserve to be in the lead. Like, you can tell both mindsets of the managers are really somewhere else in regards to the game and stuff, and the players to a degree. But you'll take that 1-0. But we do need to up the tempo, creativity, and fluidity, and all them wavy little words. We need to up all of that. 2-0, trying to, like, get a second. You look at it, you're thinking, well, yeah, well, even at 0-0, while they were getting, especially in the first half, they were getting in positions that were threatening us. It didn't look like West Ham would score because Ospina's not really being troubled like that, same way Hart. So you think you get a second, either they're going to have to go for it now because they're thinking, all right, 2-0, I'd rather lose 2-0 than, 3-1 than 2-0. So they open it up and we score again, or they just crumble and we just manage the game out. I know that's hard to be an Arsenal fan managing the game, but you get what I'm saying. And then we can bring on the youngsters and take off the likes of Wells, who I don't know what Wenger's thinking, but could be in contention, considering Wells is a player for the big games like that. He could be thinking about starting him on Friday. He's taken off, he's saved his legs. The same could be said for Giroud, the same could be said for Coquelin. But no, we kept them on because of how it was happening. And sadly, you've seen Giroud come off with an Ahami. That best case scenario as an Arsenal fan, you're saying 2 weeks. You don't know, so 2 weeks means a month for the new year for definite, February times and them things. Coquelin went down in like the 89th minute as well, and Josh Silva had to come on. But yeah, man, apart from that, considering the changes we've made, considering that, if we're all honest, our focus is on Friday, we've done all right. It's 1-0. It wasn't necessarily the best game. It was the most boring game I've ever watched this season, but we did our job. It's nice to finally be in the semi-final since, what was it, 0-10, 0-11. When that the year we bottled it against Birmingham. But yeah, if we were to get a big team or get to the finals, fantastic for our young players, man. Like the Europa League, I don't really, like, you guys know, I don't even need to dig things out. You guys know I'm not the most, I mean, who really likes the Carling Cup? But it's a trophy at the end of the day. We're in it, might as well try and win it. Yeah, man, there's not really that much more to be said. In regards to who played well, I was impressed with Callum Chambers. He did very well, spraying the ball and things, holding. He's finally come out of the wilderness. Wenger, come on, man. The guy's a good centre-half, play the man. Yeah, you have Holding, the two centre-halves played well. Debussy putting in some good crosses, especially in the second half. He had a better second half. First 15 was a bit shaky, but yeah, he played all right. Coquelin, definitely his best game this season, if I'm honest. Well, I'm exaggerating a bit, but you get my point. So yeah, man, yeah, we could do a lot better, but 1-0, it's cup competition. It could have been worse. We're through. Guys, Deluded Goon, I'm signing out. Thank you very much, and enjoy what's left of your night, whatever time you're watching this. Guys, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. I'm out.